launch of the Rotary International Global Grant project for vocational training team for improving agricultural economy in Wasa district of Abuja, Nigeria. Distinguished Rotarians, members of the press, and the general public, it is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you all to the official launch of the Rotary Foundation sponsored Global Grant Project on vocational training for improved agricultural economy for internally displaced persons and the rural farmers of Wasa community in Apo, district of Abuja. This intervention is a collaboration between the Rotary clubs of Abuja Wuse 2, Nigeria and Minden, Nebraska, USA, with technical support from Oklahoma State University and USAFA, our partner. We are excited and appreciative of the unrelenting support of the Rotary Club of Minden to see to the success of this project, and we extend our heartfelt appreciations to members of the club and other esteemed associates. This is a $75,000 pilot project aimed at enhancing the capacity of IDPs, which are internally displaced persons and rural farmers. It also involves the provision of seedlings, hand planters, fertilizers, pesticides, and cash donations to targeted beneficiaries. Our key objective is to improve the skills of farmers in Wasa and teach them modern methods to manage nutrient-deficient soil for improved yield. This project will be implemented by Rotary and closely managed and administered by our agro-technical expert organization, USAFA. The importance of this international collaboration between our local Rotary Club and the Rotary Club of Minden, Nebraska, USA cannot be overstated, as these and more human security initiatives have been implemented in Nigeria. Rotary is an international organization with a long history of providing humanitarian services and promoting goodwill and peace around the world. This project is a testament of the power of collaboration and how we can achieve more than we can reach out. The Rotary Club of Minden has brought wealth of experiences and expertise in personnel and ideas to this project. They have sent agricultural experts from the United States who will train and work with the farmers to become better producers of food items. This collaboration is an excellent opportunity for us to learn from each other, share knowledge and skills, and work towards a common goal. As Rotarians, we understand the importance of service above self, and our organization has been at the forefront of providing humanitarian services around the world. The Rotary Foundation has contributed millions of dollars towards disease eradication, education, and literacy, and also peace-building efforts globally. Our club, the Rotary Club of Abuja Wuse 2, has been involved in numerous community projects aimed at improving the lives of people in our local communities. We have carried several medical outreach, built schools, and provided continuous annual education scholarships for indigent students. And we have also done that also in other states of our country, Nigeria, with the flood victims. This project on vocational training is an extension of our commitment to making a difference in the lives of people in our community. The project will not only improve the lives of the farmers in Wasa, but will also contribute to the development of agricultural sector in Nigeria. The agricultural sector in Nigeria is a critical sector of the economy, and it's our hope that this project will help to increase food production, create job opportunities, and ultimately contribute to the economic growth of our country.
From Nebraska in the U.S. I'm a farmer from there. I'm also a member of our Rotary Club, and we, in a collaboration with a cousin of mine at Oklahoma State University, we were able to collaborate with Fakayo down here to my right and several of the students there to develop and promote a hand corn planter that will singulate seed, which is we believe is a good method to use, will be more productive and efficient. And our hope is that we can continue the work that Rotary has done around the world in helping people have better lives and learn to cooperate with each other. And that's what we're about this week.
I'm representing both the Rotary and Oklahoma State University. This is a day to reckon with, because it's been a long way coming. This device will not only meet food production globally, it will also, solve our environmental issues. And I'm happy that my home country is partaking in this and being the first country to kickstart this project.
So far, we've paid key attention to the selection method, putting inclusivity first to ensure that a good number of the host communities are involved, and most importantly, the internally displaced persons are also involved.
Nigeria has more than 80 million smallholder farmers who actually spend their time day and night tilling the soil using very subsistent tools like hoes and cutlass. The Greenseeder hand planter is a tool that will not only help farmers to farm and plant their seeds and apply fertilizer in a sustainable manner, but also we believe it will help to increase their productivity and improve their livelihood. I have actually seen the hand planter in action myself, and I believe that it's going to be a very good addition to the smallholder farmers who are part of this program. Not only the hand planter, but also the seeds and the fertilizer, the pesticide and herbicide that the farmers will be receiving is actually coming at the very right time.
My name is Pietro Uzochukuma Cleo. I'm the Assistant District Secretary of Rotary International District 9125. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Abuja, WUSE2, and the project chair of this grant intervention. The activity started from 16th through to the 21st of April 2023. We received our vocational training team partners into Nigeria at different hours. We received the first team at 4 p.m. and then at a later 4 a.m. we received the second participant, or the VTT member. And then on that same day, which is on the 17th of April, on Monday, we commenced our day with lots of activities, beginning with a press conference where the president of the club, Rotary and Justina, launched and unveiled the intervention to the public, engaging the Nigerian media. Then from there, we went to visit the district governor of Rotary International District 9125, Rotary and Uganda, the PhD MNI, on a courtesy call to intimate him properly on what the intervention was all about, the key objectives of the global grant, and the deliverables therein. He welcomed us very well. He was very excited. He welcomed the VTT team from Minden, Nebraska, Rotary Club, and Rotary Club of Stillwaters, United States of America.
So it's really my honor and privilege to receive you today as District Governor. I'm pleased that this started in my friend's year, when Victor Nukwa was the District Governor. But this year has been implemented in my year. And you will get all the support that you require. I can assure you that throughout your stay here, you will enjoy yourself and be glad that you're going to have.
And I have two banners from our club in Minden.
Okay.
One is the traditional banner, this white one. And we had some new ones made up, and they can put pictures on them now. And this is a picture of our courthouse, where the local government is.
After we spent some quality time with the district governor, we went ahead to visit the fabricators, because a key aspect of this global grant is to ensure that the new technology and farm implement would be able to be produced locally to make it cheaper for the farmers to access. So the team went over to the organization manufacturing it, and they supervised the whole process, putting them through on technicalities. And that was really an eye-opener both for the local technicians and for the international group to see how well the local technicians could do to replicate to near perfection what they brought all the way from US. Of course, some little twitch was expected, which they did.
corner's got this bump in it. You think, Usman, when that seed comes down, it may kick out when it hits that bump?
We want to provide so that the farmer can easily and quickly copulate and uncopulate.
And after that, we went to see the principal officer of the organization. He welcomed us very well as well, and we called it a day. In the evening of the same day, we had a welcome ceremony for our VTT teams to show them the Nigerian hospitality.
So it's my honor and privilege for everybody here to say welcome to you to Nigeria from Nebraska. I'm so pleased that he's here today. And not only that, he's here for something very useful, something that will be of benefit to humanity. So on behalf of my team here, I can only say thank you so much and welcome to Nigeria. And to all of you, I say thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Thanks tonight for this warm welcome, DG, and Justina, and of course Pietro, and the rest of the club here. We're so pleased to be here to conclude a program that we have been working on for several years. Gotten to know you through the Zoom calls, but to see you in person is gratifying to say the least. I know our district governor is on this call. I want to know that she sends her greetings, and she gave me these district Rotary pins to pass out to all of you.
Let us have a moment of silence for my late professor. May the soul of Bill Brown and may the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. We are extremely thankful for Rotary, globally, locally, and especially Rotary in Nigeria, making this a reality.
Thank you.
It was a night of merriment, a night of entertainment, a night of happiness and laughter, and they felt really at home.
We met with him today at his office.
That ended our day for Monday. Then on Tuesday, it was business as usual. All gloves were off and all hands were on deck. On Tuesday morning until the training of the beneficiaries. There are 50 beneficiaries that have been identified, and these beneficiaries are mostly female heads of households, householder farmer, and then widows, and there's a criteria which we use to identify them. So 50 of them were taken to Army Resource Center. We would like to also appreciate them for their hospitality and professionalism. They gave us a good accommodation and gave us good facility to deliver a hybrid training.
I am Rotarian Justina Princess Oladotun. I am the president of the Rotary Club of Abuja Wusetu, and also the president in the project that we have on ground. The expected impact of the project is for the internally displaced persons to be able to have tools and also be able to sustain farming for themselves and their community, as well as better their life and be able to have better yields because training have been given to them, and several hand planters, pesticides, and all of that have been distributed to them. So expect that they're able to make use of it.
We had professors training the beneficiaries all the way from US, and we also had the local VTT and the technical partners training them in local languages as well.
za ka ga ramin shi yana da girma ba da shi. Za ka ga ramin shi yana da girma. Abin da zai baka
Then at the end of the training, they were given booklets on which would serve as a referral, to remind them of what they've learned.
The project has been carried for the internal display persons, and to a large extent they will have something to feed on when they need it. There will be a continuous check on the farmers to monitor and evaluate whatever we have done in terms of activities that has been carried out.
Then the next day on Wednesday was training in the field. Enough of the classroom work. It was now time for them to practicalize what they've learned in the classroom. This time around would be in the field. And this is the chief of the community. He's been very welcoming. He's been very hospitable. So, sir, we are here. We said that before we start anything on your land, let's come and meet you, show goodwill, speak with you, so you welcome us properly.
I'm happy on behalf of my people too. I greet all of you, and God give us more things that you people will do us in this community in Jesus' name.
This is about 539 square meters. Here is about
Now, what we put together a farmer field training school with a test site. The beneficiaries were able to plant on that through the guidance of our technical partners. And we did that activity on Wednesday. It was really interesting how they could assemble and then couple and dismantle the hand planter. And they were really at home with the new technology and the new global best practices in farming.
What we are doing is to mark the field so that we can get the best measurement for inter and intra-row spacing of the plant.
The farmers are marking the end of the row, so they're going to tie a string or a light rope on a stake they drive in those marks to make the row straight from one end of the plot to the other.
This is our controlled method, the sustainable method. In North Village, this is the traditional method. So we're wetting it so that they'll be able to till the soil.
level. Yeah. No, they move half of this here and then make a new heap in the middle. The corn is going to be planted here. Right? So we want them to do the same practice that they're used to, side by side with our practice, and then we can now compare.
Hopefully, when we are able to go through the process of raising the crop and also harvesting in July, we'll be able to compare both the sustainable aspect of the project as well as the traditional method, because we're running it concurrently, hand in hand. One of the things that the project seeks to get is to be able to establish how more productive the sustainable method is compared to the traditional method that the farmers are doing. The thing with smallholder farmer is every time you work with them, it's easier to get them to buy new ideas once they can see that they're able to get, even if it is one bag more in terms of their productivity. So yes, it will be a huge success if we're able to prove to the farmers that the sustainable method helps them to increase their productivity. A little bit of, tweakings that need to be done to the hand planter. they have actually been able to replicate it, except for a little bit of twerk, which we have identified. And my firm is going to continue to work with the manufacturers until we're able to get those corrected. Then we will mass produce the remaining 25 hand planters, which will also be handed over to the smallholder farmers. The objective is so that we will now be able to produce even more small Greenseeder hand planters here in Nigeria and won't have to start import them from the US. Some of the challenges, the first one is actually, I wish that we had tried the seed, especially the maize seed, before we went to the field. So the grading of the seed didn't quite align with the drums that we have. One of the key objectives of the hand planter is seed singulation. We didn't quite get that 100% during execution yesterday. That's one of the aspects that we'll continue to work on. It's both about working on grading of the seeds and also making sure that we have the right pots for the seed on the drum of the hand planter. Another thing is with our local communities, sometimes you cannot determine what human factors can interfere with projects like this. So for instance, just yesterday we realized that there's a lot of cattle and goats around the farmer field school, which we are currently working on. This means that other challenges that we didn't envisage are going to come up. But of course, since we have identified those, we'll also be able to provide mitigating solutions that will help solve that.
On the day we went into the farm, it was really exciting. We were well prepared. We went with the hopes that, oh, there's going to be a lot of sun. We had hats on, but surprisingly, there was rain. And so it was a mix of so many things that you're prepared for and unprepared for, but a whole lot of those pieces just coming together. And it was really wonderful to see the beneficiaries. You know, we tilled the soil. We were able to make use of the hand planters there, and then, you know, carrying out not just trainings in the room, we're now able to execute this in the field. It was a really interesting part of the project.
This is what Rotary is all about, doing good. Because there's a saying in Rotary that the good you do, we definitely come back to you.
Wow. If this is the only project that I've done during my time as a Rotarian, I think I can say I've done well. I've really enjoyed it. The climax was yesterday when we were distributing the farm implements to the villagers. If you can see, if you can feel the happiness they have in them, you too, you feel fulfilled that really the project has not been in vain.
I've learned how to plant in a technology way, and I've learned how to store my goods, the way I can plant it, the way I can achieve it, not like before.
This hand planter will help you not to have that back pain because you don't bend while using it. So like the hand planter, it will be a kind of difficult for us because we are just learning it new. But I believe and trust that as time goes on, as we're using it continuously, it will help us.
An zuwa nuna mamu mu shuki masara da jada da wace, sannan kuma aikin da aka nuna mamu gaskiya mun gode saboda Allah ya sa mamu mun kama shi a kai.
Project, as I saw it in the beginning, was to involve Rotary Club in an effort to not only help introduce the hand corn planter, the Greenseeder, to the people in the world who could use it and benefit from it, and also take it to a part of the world where it was needed. We had a connection with the developer of the project at Oklahoma State. He was my cousin, Dr. Bill Ron. He has since passed away. One of his last graduate students was Fakayo, and Fakayo has been involved right along with me in this project from the beginning. I agreed to do this at a busy time in my life because I really wanted to get this project done and get it behind us because we've been working on it for so long. So we pushed it through in April, and right now all my neighbors at home, I'm sure, are out in the fields, and I'm here, and I will be home, and I'll be busy right away when I get home. But the experience has been, you know, the flying over it took a long time. It's tiring. We got here. The accommodations have been very nice. The club has been wonderful to us, been kind and thoughtful, and we've enjoyed that part of it. The field work was more where I kind of understood the difficulties and the issues facing the producers, the farmers out there in the Wassa village, and saw how they lived their lives out there. And so imagining all the difficulties and trials and tribulations that they have to go through to live their lives was eye-opening for me. A lot of things could have been done differently. There's a few questions I wish I had asked. We ended up having fewer corn planters here, for instance, than we thought we did. That seems like something we should have done. I failed in my effort to make darn sure that we got that number so we knew what we were dealing with, what our needs were. Having said that, we did bring almost every planter we had back in the States with us. So it's not as though we could have brought any more, but it would have at least let us do a little more advanced thinking about how we would distribute the equipment to the farmers.
Then on Thursday came the D-Day, because another key component of this global grant is to appreciate the beneficiaries, cushion the shocks that they will face or they usually face every planting season, which entailed what they will plant or the implements they would use, and other capital-intensive farm inputs like fertilizer, pesticides, herbicides. So Rotary Foundation will appreciate our own foundation for providing funds for the purchase of these items for 50 farmers, and these items are distributed for free.
Projects, when we started off the research part, we needed some people, you know, an organization to pivot that to the farmers. And one of the reasons for that is the cost of producing those Greenseeder implanters in the state. It's not the reality of the farmers. An average farmer will not invest about $200 for any planter for that size of a land mass. You know, the size of their farm is too small. So it has always been the goal of Oklahoma State University to domesticate this device. That's been the #1 goal. And we've made a lot of effort. We started in Ethiopia, we started in Zimbabwe. We went from Ethiopia to Zimbabwe. We couldn't push that far. Then we went to Uganda, and we had everything figured out for Uganda, and at the tail end to start going for the project, everything just went to a dead end. So this becoming the reality for Nigeria, and especially being in Nigeria, is something I'm thankful for. And that will not be, you know, possible without collaboration, right? So our local team, the Rotary Club in Wuse specifically, made that happen. And one of the connecting person that connected that dot, which I would like to thank, is also Elliot Jolomi. It was my first contact when we were just at the point of giving everything up. So I would like to say a very big thank to him and everybody that's working on this project, starting from the president at the time, Pietro, to the current president. We want to say thank you to everybody. Experiencing the lifestyle, the reality of this subsistence farmer is something that will stick with me for life.
And inclusive to those farm inputs, they got some personal protective gears, talking about rain boots. They also got knapsack sprayer to help them distribute these chemicals evenly to their crops. And beyond that, they also got cash stipend, and it was really exciting to see. So on Thursday was about distribution, and then our VTT was really excited. They participated in the whole process, and it was exciting. That brought an end to the project activities, and we're looking forward to a couple of months from now when we would see the harvest from the whole process and see how far and how well it fared.
And for this project, I could consider myself as a co-author of the grant paper and a research lead on the VTT. I would want to see what is written translated into real evidence on the field. So while many would have done the implementation, the flag off, and the trainings that have gone away, now the question would be, you have trained a child to read. Now, has the child been able to read 3 days after, 1 week after, and 2 months after? So that's going to be what I will look at for. Exploring the variables on the side of the productions of this in Nigeria, in Abuja, I believe that there's really prospect for success, high level of success, and we hope that this is scaled up not even only in that community, but it's scaled up to other communities for local farmers.
I think this project has also helped to strengthen our club's leadership and ability to manage resources and to implement projects. This is one of our largest projects so far, and I don't think that we have done badly. It has helped us to build on our teamwork capacities. It has helped us on planning, to think that we have been on this project for quite some time. A lot has gone, into the planning, and I think that we did fantastically well as a team. I appreciate the VTT delegation as well. I think that they've enjoyed their stay so far. That makes me really happy. I thank the president, I thank the chairman of the committee, and basically even the beneficiaries, I think they have been very cooperative. So everyone deserves the thanks, and I'm grateful to be a part of the team.
Only that I've enjoyed my week here, and I've learned an awful lot about, number one, doing a project internationally and all the wrinkles that can come along with that, all the rocks that are in your way that you have to step over. And I've learned that we can depend on people a long way from home if they have goodwill in their hearts and have a common goal. And we have learned that, and that happened here. I want to send my appreciation to Nigeria in general, the Nigerian Rotary clubs, and in particular the Rotary Club of Woozy 2 in Abuja.
I want to thank Rotary International for this opportunity of having our club, Rotary Club of Abuja Woozy 2, to serve, and also to remember the late Professor Bill Ron, and then the partners that came all the way, that's Calvin and Fikayo, to give out their expertise, and also the partners as well as the mayors who put in their best to make sure that the project was a great success.
And I say that we have laid the mark, and going forward, more will come, and the sky is our limit. Congratulations to the Rotary Club of Abuja Woozy 2. Congratulations to the mayors.